I went to a Becker-Rose café with Jason Snyder from UCLA. He had the interesting job of using statistics to detect fraud. He started out the discussion by asking us to raise our hand if we ever cheated on any of our work at Cornell. No one raised their hand. Then he asked us if any of us have ever seen or heard another student cheating. About half of the people raised their hands. Based on this information, the people attending this cafe section were either more honest than most, or more people were willing to tell about others cheating than admit that they had cheated themselves. People often lie to make themselves look better. An example he gave of lies detected by numbers is with smog emissions tests. Some garages helped people out by allowing them to pass, even though their cars had too many emissions. When garages were asked if they helped people cheat on these tests, they said no, but they could easily point to other garages in the area that cheated. Using the information given by others is how they found out where most of the cheating was going on. It was found that in places with more competition, there was more cheating. If one garage wouldn't let them cheat, then people would go to a different one. In more rural places with less competition, people didn't have another place to go. Also, some of the people at garages thought that they were doing a good thing by helping out someone who might not be able to afford a more environmentally friendly car. Another interesting example he told us about involved hospitals and liver transplants. Hospitals wanted their own patients to do well and wanted them to be prioritized on the waiting list for liver transplants. One of the factors determining who got a liver transplant was whether or not they were in the ICU. Hospitals admitted more people to the ICU in order to get them a liver sooner. 30% of liver transplants were to people in the ICU. After, there was a change so that the ICU did not affect a patient's placement on the transplant list, and the percentage of liver transplants from the ICU dropped down to 15%. This shows that a lot of people didn't actually need to be in the ICU. It was also found that there was more cheating in places that had more competition. He said that he doesn't study fraud much anymore because studying immoral things that people do can wear you out, but I enjoyed this talk a lot and found the examples he gave to be interesting. When I think about cheating and fraud, liver transplants isn't the first thing that comes to my mind. But when people lie, the numbers don't.